Okay, cool. So today we have Jinjo. He actually got an offer letter last year for 163 or 60. What was it? 100,
166.
166. And about a couple of weeks ago, he got another offer letter. What was the amount?
115.
Okay, and then it was a remote.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, and so kind of talk about what happened in terms of the contract ending, you being able to, you were DJing, you were doing your own thing, and then when DJing, so kind of just tell your whole story.
Yeah, so kind of just my story, I've been, in the program for a long time. Just been, watching in the backgrounds and at this point more so within the program. But yeah, I had that offer and everything a long time ago, 166,000 a year. And man, it was lovely. It was lovely because I still had my own motion going on outside of that with, DJing and everything. So, I was just having fun and traveling a lot, just doing a lot of different things. And that was 100% remote too. So, of course I was getting, offers and calls for hybrid jobs, but I was accustomed to the remote lifestyle and I loved it, So but basically, federal government, I had a contract with them, but the contract ended up ending, you know. But once the contract ended, based off of how much I was making from the role and DJing, I was comfortable and wasn't like in a place in life where I needed to like rush back to like, go get a job. When I had my free time, I had a lot saved up, and my DJ business was booming and everything like that. And that was that for contract was over. And literally, it's just like it was summertime. So summertime, I was enjoying DJing. There's a lot of stuff, personal business is just booming and stuff. All the other, the money I made, I was able to invest in certain places and stuff. That was booming and everything. And then around like, the winter time is like not when DJing like, dissolves, but it definitely does like slow down more just because like events and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Like most times when I'm DJing and traveling, anyways, it's usually like Friday to Sunday or Thursday, or when summertime is Wednesdays. But I'm like, I could like still do a 9 to 5, and like I was doing it already, working from home remote. And literally, I didn't look at anything cloud engineer related for months, like probably like 6 months. I didn't even look at anything at all. And literally, like, I still have the skill and I'm just still so sharp. I literally just started applying again. And I just went in an interview without doing no type of work, no type of anything. And just the first interview back, I was still sharp. I'm like, oh damn, okay. Like if I freshen up a little bit, like I know I'll be straight. And literally, like it took, I don't even know if it really took a week because I really, it's not like I, went and full blown did a whole tech challenge or, I would just look over things, just reread things, and just sharpen up my mind for real. And then honestly, like, just went back. Just did a little bit of work and stuff, just a little bit of like drills here and there, just to like, stay sharp. And then that's when just started applying heavy, trying to, you know, get my feet wet. And then from there, started using all the methods. Jobs kept hitting me up. I was getting so many calls for hybrid jobs and just turn them down. And then lo and behold, get a call. They reached out to me, had a position and everything like that. Interview for the position.
So real quick, you were using the system in the program to get recruiters to reach out to you, and it was hybrid.
Yeah, but this one was they would definitely hit you up for a lot of hybrid roles and remote roles, but it was just different. But recruiters were reaching out to me. It got to the point like both the jobs I got, my first offer and this offer, both of them were when they reached out to me.
And they're,
With
they're and all the other ones that they reached out with, they're six figure too as well.
everything is six figures. Everything is six figures, and it's funny too because it's like I got this one, and even like going from 166 to 115. At first, I was like you feel me? Because it's like the standard for I'm like 115. I'm like, I guess I'll take the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And literally just took the interview, aced it. You know what I'm saying? And just did my thing. And then lo and behold, they sent an offer letter, and I was just like, dang, it's crazy. It was just crazy to me because I'm just like, yo, like I dead ass like stepped away,
Mhm.
for some time. Like it was months. Like I didn't look at anything cloud related, didn't look at anything, no tools, no practice, no nothing. And it just took me a week to shake back because I have a strong foundation in the skill. And it's like I already got a job offer. And it's like, oh wow.
Wow.
Like I was just like thinking like it literally just like showed me like, nah, for the rest of my life, I'm good. Like
Did
no
you,
matter what or where I end up in life, like even if I like I'm like down bad and I like want to get a 100% on-site job or a hybrid job because I feel like going in the office, it'll be so easy. It'll be so easy. It's like I got the skill and it's like I talk the language. So it's like it's to the point like I'm talking to them and it's like even the people that's interviewing me, I'm like, I know more than you. Like you feel me? Like I'm like talking, it's like we speak the same language and I'm able to like diagnose different problems and come with solutions and really talk the talk for real. Like I understand the language. It's not like it's foreign or nothing. Like they're just like coworkers. And it's like, just based off all the projects and tech challenges and stuff and how you can flip it and stuff, you can really just make yourself a sharp, candidate and just everything. So yeah.
Wow, wow, okay. And what would you say is like the main thing? So kind of give it like I want somebody to really understand it. And so explain in like 2 to 3 sentences. What was one thing that made the difference with this program to get you where you need to be?
Um, One thing with this program, um, number one, like I said, I joined very, very early within the program, but something I can see now within the program that like, maybe wasn't there when I first started was the community
Mm,
within the program. There were so much people that you're like, you're not alone with the entire process. I never was, but like, there's just so many other brains I can pick, so many other people I can talk to, so many references I could refer to, like whether it's interviews, whether it's different tips, whether it's, different ways of how this person went about it with this project or this tech challenge to where it's like, I can just talk to them about that and just see, all these different things. And then it's like the way that the tech challengers are set up, like for example, like one of the tech challenges was literally something I was doing at my actual job.
wow.
Like, so it's like I was doing it, and they're just, oh my god, you're just so nice with it. And it's like I'm just like, bro, like I've done this before, and it's to the point I can even, you know, take the tech challenges that's given within the program and make them even like more challenging or more difficult to like fit what I want to do. So I could take a tech challenge and I can make a 2.0 version of it. I can make a
Mhm.
3.0 version of it. I can make a 4.0 version of it and really just like really push myself and like, what I'm saying? Like push my brain to like really get to like problem solving and really like
Mm.
working for real to like just have that skill and have, what I'm saying? Like the things to talk about for real,
And
for
then
real.
and then putting that making that 4.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 version of the tech challenges and bringing that on the interviews. But
Yeah.
even more importantly, having the ability to create that 2.0, 3.0. Do you feel like you going through the program, troubleshooting, you have that skill set to be able to take something and make it even better?
No,
Like,
1,000%. 1,000%. And even again, just and back to the community, like somebody else could have done it.
yeah,
And I could see and learn from them or whatever. Like, I can name drop people within that, like,
yeah, I was
that
about to say.
serious stuff I've looked at like, oh wow, okay. Like, thank
Mhm.
you for the knowledge, you feel me? But yeah, most definitely.
And so, what would happen if you never like really took this serious, if you never joined the program, invested in yourself?
Bro, I don't even know. Like what would happen is like I'll just be because like I said, like if people followed my story and stuff, I was just so unserious, and I just I was just bullshitting. I was just bullshitting. So like when I finally just said like, bro, I'm gonna lock in because I just want to change, or not, I'm just locking because I can. Because all it is just locking and putting in time. Like that's literally all it is. Like So once I just said, bro, F it, I'm gonna lock in, and I locked in those results. It's not if they're gonna come, it's when they're gonna come. And I'm willing to bet they're gonna come. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it's gonna come for real. Like, and that's really like what it is. If I never locked in, I feel like I'd have just been still bullshitting, watching other people just progress and just, have successes and stuff when it could be me. Because there's no difference, between me and them. Like, it's just who want it,
Okay, okay.
who's serious.
And what would you anybody that's watching this right now, let's just say they're on the fence, what would you tell them right now? Yeah, what would you tell them right now? Let's just say your past self, like you're like a little bit scary, like you're like, is this really gonna work? Like I don't got no experience in cloud, or like, you know, um, I don't know if it's gonna work for me. I don't have any certs, I don't have any degrees. Like any excuse you would probably have told yourself, like what would you tell your past self who's on the fence about really committing because it's a commitment. You do got to commit. You do got to learn, right? You do got to. It's not going to happen overnight, right? Typically, our students they take it goes anybody who's serious. It's like 2 to 5 months for them to see like an offer letter. No one
Mhm,
knows when you're going to get an offer letter. Just want to be clear, anybody listening to this. But what would you
mhm.
tell anybody listening that's like fearful? That's like I don't like any excuse they would say or your past self would say.
What I would tell somebody that's on the fence or just debating, I would ask them like, kind of what's stopping them or what their fear is per se. Because if I told them, look, there's a system of a way that you're acquiring a high paying skill that you will learn, that you will master and really be able to articulate this skill, which translate and leads to a figure position, at the bare minimum for the rest of your life because you will have the skill. And this is tech work. Like again, it's a high paying skill. And the fact you know the skill, you're gonna be offered this type of money for the rest of your life. What exactly is stopping you now? You
Mm.
know, because it's like whether you want to lock in or not, somebody else is gonna lock in, and the success stories are just gonna keep rolling. You know, it's kind of more so like that. Like honestly, like I wouldn't even me personally, I wouldn't even beg nobody. Like I'll try to convince people. If it was my homie, I would really be like, yo, bro, I'm telling you, like, lock in, or this is like, I'm really trying to help you and like, acquire this skill because I understand it's gonna like really help you. And this could be like a stepping stone to whatever else you want to do. Like I said, I worked, you know, my contract, I had a blast working my contract, learned so much, was good at my job, and stacked so much bread, got to travel, really enjoyed my business, my personal time, and I use it as a stepping stone to the point I could be in a different field, completely happy, and always have this to resort and fall back on, which is kind of what I just did without even neglecting, my other stuff. So it's just like if whatever it is, if you have that thought about like, okay, I'm thinking about doing this or whatever, it's like what's really stopping you or holding you back. Because as long as you're willing to lock in and put the work in, it's like it's bound to happen.
Okay. And I want to go back. Thank you for answering because that's super important. But one of the things you said was, you know, you pretty much just use this as a tool, like to be able to like, because you have the DJ stuff going on, right?
Mhm,
You had the IT job, you use that as a tool, like make more money. Right? You
mhm.
were were you working like 8 hours a day at your job? Was it like you were
Yeah,
working?
I was on site. I was and that's the thing. I granted, even though I do have a tech background and you
Oh
know,
no, no, sorry. I meant like the cloud, the 166, where you because that was on site or was that remote?
oh, that was remote. That was remote.
So that job, you weren't were you working like 8 hours a day? Were you
Heck no.
okay.
Nah, nah, I was if anything, some days 1 hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like
And
sometimes it was you got a project, you get 2 weeks to do it, but we're so skilled. I'm so skilled, like I could complete it bullshitting in 2 days, and now I got 12 days to just give updates.
Mhm.
Like
And so do you feel like you had like based off the skill set that you learned from this program, do you feel like you had money abundance and time abundance?
1000%, one
And
thousand percent.
do you feel like for the rest of your life, because of the skill set that you have, you'll be able to have those two elements, that money abundance, time abundance?
No, most definitely,
Do you feel
most
like
definitely.
money will ever be a problem, from like moving forward in life because of the skill set that you have?
Nah, not at all.
And so I'm asking like these rhetorical questions because like obviously like you'll be straight, but I want to emphasize like and I say this in other videos like I teach people how to get the skill and not like hey focus on the offer 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 because you can lose a job. You know, Jalen he lost his contract. He got an offer letter within a month. He got one offer letter within a month.
Mhm.
Um, Darnell lost his contract, right? Funding. He got two offer letters, right? He got one offer letter within a week or 2 weeks. I can't remember. There's a testimonial video on my page.
I
And
talked
then,
to him. Yeah, mhm.
yeah, and then he got I think a month or two later, he got another offer letter. What did he say when you talked to him?
He was just like that's the thing. Like you even like having the skill with the bread coming in, like it's not like it's not like you're in despair. Like when I lost my contract, You feel me? Like I always think like, oh, say I get like fired or say I lose a job or whatever. I'm like, oh my god, like I lost a job. Like I'm panicking and stuff. Like the way I viewed it was like, oh, I got the skill. Like I can get something again easier. Like I can get something again. So like it's not gonna be hard. If anything, the only thing I would think about was, man, like, would it be remote or not? Because again, if I wanted to go hybrid or on site, I'd probably get an offer letter tomorrow. Like if I literally like, if I was just willing to like go on site or like do a hybrid job, like I dead ass, like I would put money up. Like I could interview tomorrow and get a job tomorrow, especially because like I feel like there's not as much competition. Most people would rather work remote or different things like that. So if you're willing to go in office or do hybrid or something at a what, you're
Hmm.
just breezing through like it's just gonna be so easy. Like yeah, but my
Okay.
program's strict.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then what's like the last question is what's like a 1% gem you would tell anybody that's listening to this right now? So, a 1% gem is something tangible that somebody can use to get them closer to their financial goals. And so, like, what's something that you would tell them? And it could be absolutely anything that will really make the difference.
um really make the difference. A 1% gem
Hmm.
is, I would say it's more so like when it comes to like locking in or just focusing your time, the time you put in, you will get it back.
Mm,
The time you put in, whether you're grinding hour, like I say all the time, like it's so funny because like I remember I'd be working and like my laptop would just be open, just sitting right there, and I'm not doing anything all day, and I'm just doing anything but actually being on my computer. And like for example, like my mom could be something like, "Do you even work? Like, what are you doing? How are you just working?" And I'm just like, there was times I was grinding, putting in these hours. Those hours I was grinding, doing projects, tech challenges, everything research. Is these hours right now that I'm chilling.
mm-hmm,
I'm getting paid for it now.
mm-hmm,
No, the first hours I was working for, I was working towards something. Those hours were for free.
mm-hmm.
Now those hours I'm chilling, I'm getting paid to do those hours, or I'm getting paid to still do whatever I'm doing. So like the time that I use for free, I'm getting burned back for that. I'm getting it back.
I used to tell different students you have to see like this program as an unpaid internship because like now you get the job, like I think you said like one of the tech challenges was literally the thing you did on the job. And
Mhm.
so it's like I can't remember if it was you or Jason, the last person I just interviewed that just said that. But it's like what are you willing to sacrifice? Like time, money to be able to have more time, money to be able to never have time to be an issue, never have money to be an issue. All the people that's gotten offer letters, I try to ask them, do you feel like money will ever be a problem? Right? And it's because they've been able to sacrifice time, money to be able to put themselves in positions to get the opportunity to learn a skill that is very valuable. And so, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, do you have absolutely anything else you want to tell anybody listening to this right now? So I would say anybody, like, number one, I want to thank you for coming on here and sharing your experience because there's people that watch these videos and they are inspired or they're like on the fence or they're like they want that extra security and you might have just helped them or
Mhm.
whatever the case may be. There's people in the program right now that's watched your first testimonial video and that's
Yeah.
helped them like actually pull the trigger, right?
Mhm.
Or people that's watched it, joined the program, and that's how have that has an offer letter, right? And so
Yeah.
these videos, they're they're important because for me, I want to show people like I tell people, hey, you do not have to join this program, right? It's for people that is serious, that's willing to commit, that's willing to take action and follow a step-by-step blueprint to receive, certain results. And if anybody's listening to this, just click the link in the description below to get started. But like we do have this program that's designed to take people from A to Z, but you don't have to join this program. There's another program and there's YouTube University. But the whole point of this is to show people what is available. Like this stuff exists and I didn't know, and I went through a lot of BS and I didn't need to go through that. If somebody just told me, hey, this is the reality, this is the stuff in tech that you can get yourself into. You don't have to go ahead and get your college degree, get your A plus, get your security plus. Stormy doesn't have a degree or cert. Still,
Crazy. he like even then, like I had a job, and while I was working, I seen Stormy, and like even he inspired me, you
Mm.
know. And I talked to him, and then I even got some gems from him and
And,
things.
and, and
So
he still doesn't have a degree or cert, and he's making 300,000. He's making $300,000 a year right now, a doctor's salary. Like
yes, no
no.
tech now, bro.
Like this right here took 6 years to get, and
It's
it left me with driving Uber Eats. And so it's like, I wish somebody had told me this. And so that's the whole point of like having these videos, like sharing your experience because you are going to motivate somebody, or even me, creating this. So like people don't have to go through the BS, right, to actually achieve some level of financial abundance.
mhm.
So, nah, man. You have anything else you want to say before we hop off?
No, I was gonna make a joke because you were saying, why I feel like money would ever be an issue or something like that. I was gonna say, if anything, money management. Because I ain't gonna lie, when first check hit, I did it. I was confused.
Yeah, I know the feeling. You like, I know the feeling.
I
It's
said,
like,
"You telling me this go spin back again? Like I'm gonna get this again?" Like,
yeah.
I said,
The
"Oh my
next
god,
month, yeah, it's crazy. It is
no,
crazy.
that
You
was
know,
different. That was different."
yeah, the first step is to, I'll say get the bag, but then you got to secure the bag. I was Now that's kind of people say that online all the time. I'm not gonna say that. What I would say is like you want to have a skill set to increase your income potential, but now that you're making more money, like your first check, splurge, like enjoy yourself, but then like the second check, third check, it's like we want to secure our financial freedom, right?
Yeah,
Because like for example, I never have to work again if I don't want to. And it was because I spent so much time. I was making $25,000 a month after tax, still living with my parents. I didn't buy this house. I didn't get my Porsche, right? And I could, right? But I was like, nah, let me stay down. Let me just keep on investing into assets, keep on investing into like my skills to the point where even if I don't work, I'll still be straight. And
yeah,
so it's we want to learn a skill set to increase our earning potential and then have a plan, right? The 1% universities, which you guys have, step by
mhm,
step to make your first $1 million net worth and to be able to have assets that's working harder than you. And so making more money than even if you're working at your jobs. And so it takes time, right? Wealth is allergic to anything fast, right? So it's a slow process when we're talking about building wealth, but it's a process that's going to continue. It doesn't just end, right? So even me right now, I'm still currently building my wealth, but it's having that process, that system in place, right? Freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, it's all a system to be able to create wealth. And so you have this skill set. That's the hardest part in terms of sophomore year, like cloud engineer. And so now it's just getting back on it with this new offer and then investing that money. And so, anybody listening to this, hopefully this inspires somebody out there. And if you're interested, once again, just click the link in the description below and book a call. And if not, that's completely fine too as well. Hopefully, I inspired you to take action, learn what an EC2 is, a VPC. You can YouTube that stuff right now, get your foot wet. And cloud engineer has changed my life. And so hopefully it will change yours. Um, Anything else, Jinjo? You good to go?
I'm good. If anybody, I've had some people actually reach out to me, and they've talked to me. They chopped it up with some people and stuff like that. So if anybody wants to reach out to me or whatever, ask some questions or anything like that, I'm always going to keep it 1,000, keep it a stack with the people, help where I can, inspire, motivate if I can. If not, it's like my life has changed already. If that's how you know.
Cool, cool. What I'll do is I'll add your LinkedIn in the description. So if anybody wants to reach out to you, they can. And um yeah, once again, I appreciate your time, man.
I already know, man.
Cool, cool.